one of the big benefits of getting close to birds especially, is you can really appreciate the finer detail. Look at this very carefully. All the colors, all the markings, look at those feathers, the little white, almost like lines on the wing, colors of the beak.
Hoopoe, a red-billed hoopoe. Red-billed wood-hoopoe. I mean, it's one of the species that really they're all like socially. It's my first time checking them going for termites. I've been seeing them going around termite, trying to eat on the termite itself. It's one of the birds that are very much territorial and also really breeding. They find a tree that's having a hole, and female went inside and lay eggs. And she will be now and then coming off and going out for collecting insects and come back now and then. But on that surrounding, on the hole itself, what they're going to do, all of them, they have a scent. So they really scent around there. The perfume is very, very strong. It can really much try to go for the youngster or eggs itself. It's very amazing for a termite to be active at this time of the year. Most of the time you tend to see termite getting active around summer. So what's going on there? The termite, the workers, it looks like they're all busy trying to seal all those crested barbets, yellow-bean hornbills to go for them. Let's carry on.
Over the last year, it may be a little bit hard for you to really appreciate the bird, but put it this way, the branch that he's sitting on is, how to explain that, probably about as thick as the wrist of a child. Those talons that you can see now, look at those massive claws. They would be a little bit big, quite a bit bigger if you take the total circumference of it. Very large bird. They can catch things like young impala, for instance. Very powerful. This maybe really encompasses what a raptor is all about. With looking at something in the car here as well, but with talons that big, raptors essentially are, are animals that catch their prey or kill their prey using the talons. That's why things like herons or kingfishers or a lot of birds that actually catch other little animals as well, they're not considered raptors because they maybe just use their beaks. Raptors are birds that essentially use the talons to catch and kill the prey. And I think a martial eagle really shows that to a great extent. She's got such powerful talons. We were lucky enough to see it earlier. You don't get to see it. Yeah, a little goshawk of some sorts. Let's get binos out. But I was going to say, you can sometimes confuse the martial eagle with the crowned eagle. To be honest with you, I don't have an idea straight off the bat. This little bird, maybe a lizard buzzard or something along those lines. To be able to see more of the bird. Either a goshawk or a lizard buzzard, something in that region. And that truly is eagle eyes. You can imagine what this bird is seeing at the moment. Actually, to be honest, I don't think we can imagine. Absolutely amazing vision. You can see those forward-facing eyes, same as what humans have for that matter. A lot of predators for ability to touch distance very well. Just the way the lenses work and their ability to process. Yeah. Looks like Afrikaans call them sing falcons if you translate the Afrikaans. You get around here, but obviously not very common. I've seen in I think we've probably been with Wolf. You go a little bit more north, not very far, even Buzzard up towards Manuleti. As soon as it opens up slightly more, as soon as you've got a little bit more grassland, you see them a bit more often. You can't see the front part of the bird.
The ground scrapping around, looking for food, especially where there's quite a lot of rubbish. You tend to see them going there, or ashes. Mainly they prefer ash to scrub around there on the ground, checking for more insects and other species that might be enjoying. Back to giraffe. She's fast. Enjoying energy from the sun.
Can you say again the Groundscraper thrush? What's the Shangaan name?
Shihanza matala.
Shihanza matala.
Yes, it's quite a lot of ash. Tala in Shangaan, it's where you dump the ash.
Okay.
Yeah, it's call it tala. She really likes it on this species to be in an area like that. There's other species of bird that can happen. Gymnogene is one of the species that have a double jointed legs. It really can easily for the feet maneuver inside them. The nest, most of the time you tend to see these species, Gymnogene, African Harrier, which is really one of the species that have double jointed legs. Sometimes I tend to see them on the trees that having on a trunk of the trees. If there's a hole where the other species like crested barbet, hoopoes and other species that really standing that nest inside, you can see him putting his own feet, trying to check for the chicks. Sometimes he can go for a snake. African Harrier. It's a beautiful species. Gymnogene.
I'm not quite sure why the fight started. It might have been maybe a bit of a food scrap or something. But I don't know the detailed behavior of starlings, but Burchell starlings, this species, certainly display quite a lot of territorial behavior. And they would allow each other, obviously, boundaries and close boundaries. There's been some interest from other birds. Yep, there they go again. Quite an interesting looking bird. I always mention that thick bill. Probably one of the things that make it most unique, and then of course it's got the Hammerkop, means hammerhead. Quite a specific head shape. Let's try and